We begin the season of Advent today. For 4 weeks, we'll prepare for the coming of Jesus. And at the end of the 4 weeks, we'll celebrate the feast of Christmas, his birth. Jesus came over 2,000 years ago, and he'll come again at the end of time. But he's also with us now. And during Advent, many Christian churches remember his coming by listening to the great figures that speak of him, like the prophet Isaiah, who lived long before he came, and John the Baptist will prepare us for his coming. And then there's Mary, who heard the angel and welcomed the child and gave him birth. Her cousin Elizabeth, Zachary, her husband, a priest in the temple. We should listen to these people carefully, the great figures in the readings and stories of Advent. Come, let us climb the Lord's mountain, Isaiah says in our first reading today. Come, let us climb the Lord's mountain to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may instruct us in his ways, and we may walk in his paths. He shall judge between the nations and impose terms on many people. He shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. One nation shall not raise the sword against another, nor shall they train for war again. It seems like an impossible dream, doesn't it? But that's what we look for in this season, a blessed hope. A blessed hope. It's more than human optimism, which only brings us so far, or human vision that only sees so much. A blessed hope saves us from being overwhelmed by what's happening in the world around us. A blessed hope saves us from our human small-mindedness. A blessed hope is Jesus Christ, who brings life and light to all things. And one of the simple ways to celebrate the 4 weeks of Advent is the Advent wreath. I've made a homemade one for myself. Here it is. Mary holding her child. 4 candles for the 4 weeks. The aloes plant is a traditional plant for healing, and that's what God does in Jesus. He heals us, he saves us. Mary holds in her hand the globe of the world, and Jesus holds in his hands the scriptures. The child born to us brings us life, and we pray, your kingdom come. I'll comment on the readings and prayers of Advent and Christmas on my blog the next 4 weeks and on YouTube. In Advent, Jesus promises us and our world a blessed hope. A blessed hope. Let's celebrate a holy Advent and a blessed Christmas, and may God come to you and your families and to our world.